The
I
robot?
can't remember. Do you change ship in 2016? I don't think you do you?
No, you don't. They kind of gave you the ship that you get in 2 in 2016
Right.
as like your ship.
See, because what I find is Ratchet's more of a mechanic and a tinkerer
Oh yeah,
in
that's his whole line.
2016. And he's less of a tinkerer and a mechanic in this.
Well, I guess Quark didn't eliminate them.
How observant of you.
Thank you, sir.
Now, if you were only so diligent in doing your own job.
Yes, sir.
Since our new planet is nearly finished, we need a plan to remove the world that is occupying our selected orbit. This time, it must be absolutely foolproof. Time is wasting.
Well,
I like that ship.
Ratchet built a ship in this one, all by himself at the beginning. But that was kind of the...
Yeah, but then he keeps coming up against these situations that you'd think some sort of engineer would be able to fix. But he doesn't have a clue and he has to rely on Clank.
But, well, there is something
You tell him, like, oh, you need a robot to start the ship. He should know that as an engineer.
Yeah. There is one sequence, though, where it's pretty good. It's a little side mission thing. There's a guy with, like, his drill is jammed up. Ratchet's like, let me take a little look at that. And he, like, gives it, like, a few select taps and gets it running again.
Right.
Oh. Funk. So yeah, this is the planet from the start. For Clank. This is the factory that made Clank.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our scanners do not detect a hologuise on this planet.
I mean, this was a marvel, technical powerhouse of its time.
Oh,
To think where we've come from this is insane. Like Tomb Raider, we were on about Tomb Raider before. If you look at the original PS1 Tomb Raider, and then look at Shadow of the Tomb Raider, ray traced shadows and lighting and all the crazy.
Graphically, yes. But the gameplay of the original is still good.
Oh yeah, but it's for our
It's a
days
different
standards,
kind of
rudimentary.
gameplay.
It's enter a room, solve a puzzle, move to the next, have a fight, solve a puzzle, enter a room. It was very much room to room, which obviously limitation of its time. You know what I mean? You kind of expect it to be open world back then. Very lethal. I don't recall them in 2016.
I don't think they are in it.
They are naughty. There's a health kit further back, I think.
Oh yeah?
I'm sure there was a health kit you couldn't pick up because you had full health.
Well, thanking you. Oh, what's this? 2! I'll be taking those. There's another one right there. Oh.
Boom. Full health again.
Got 15k bolts again.
I'm really pleased as well that you like going back and doing these older games, because I don't,
Oh, it's
and I think it's a good thing for the channel. For like Caitlin's generation, like my daughter's 11, but she sees Ratchet and thinks the new one's 2016 only, and the new one that's due to come out. She doesn't understand that it's got all of this legacy.
I think, given the chance, she'd actually quite enjoy this. And it isn't.
Yeah,
like,
I think that
terrible.
she'd love to go back and do a lot of the legacy games. Like, she likes Lara Croft, but until I showed her the original game, she was like, what? And when I showed her the original game, she was like, Dad, why does it look like this?
Why?
I was contracted to re-engineer my enlarging machine to create huge.
I mean, at the time, it was amazing.
That's where those mechs.
3-dimensional polygons in 3-dimensional space.
Triangle boobs for the boys, of course.
Is there anything we can do?
But,
If you'll volunteer to be enlarged, you may be able to stop those mechs long enough for me to sabotage this machine.
And then you will change me back?
I've never tried that, but in theory, yes.
Caitlin's generation onwards have been spoiled, in a way.
In some ways, yes, and in other ways, no.
I mean, we didn't have the likes of Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, I'm big Clank now.
This is not part of 2016. We didn't have the we had VR, but not to the degree that we've got VR. And all of this rendering tech that's like movie quality rendering tech now. Games can look so good.
But now this is my difference of opinion as a gamer. For me, the graphics is a medium of which to tell your tale. So to me, they don't have to be photorealistic, super high quality movie production level quality.
Right.
See,
I'm on the other end of the scale. I actually feel that if the graphics are outstanding, then I can enjoy the story that they're trying to tell more. And that's not a good way to look at it, not by any stretch, but it tends to be the case. Don't get me wrong, there are games where the graphics are mediocre and the gameplay is so good that you've got to just play it. And it's great. But I do find that if the graphics are outstanding, then I can focus more on the story.
I mean,
if I'm seeing graphical glitches and issues or things that just don't quite fit properly, animations that are not quite right, it drags me out of it.
But I'm not. Yeah, but there's a difference between it being done badly, even with the modern graphics engine and everything, and like graphical looking shiny.
Right.
Well done. Now just step into the machine and.
I mean, case in point, 2016. How unanimated Ratchet is in the in-game cutscenes. That's a case of it looking really shiny and being done wrong. And here's a case of it being done. At the time, it was good, but even by a modern standard now, they're still very animated characters.
Yet I don't recall seeing Ratchet standing not doing anything.
Gadgetron, the makers of weapons and other fine products, comes the Hollow Guys. With the Hollow Guys,
Oh, don't worry. I'll point it out.
Match your wits against other robots. Work on robotic assembly lines. Attend robot parties. The Hollow Guys. Available only at Gadgetron headquarters for a limited time. Not to be used for illegal purposes. We're only in sanctioned areas. You will not actually become a robot.
I think Tomb Raider is a good example, actually.
Past those robot guards.
Robots are not so easily fooled.
Ah, what's that?
What?
Yeah, Tomb Raider is a good example of.
Tomb Raider is an example of it being done right.
Yeah, but back in the day, I never played the original Tomb Raider, or 2, or 3, for that matter, at the time, for the story. I played them because, graphically, they stood out from the crowd because at the time they were one of the few games that were like stunning. Do you know what I mean? They were graphical powerhouses for the time. And the story was a second sort of thing because it was more about the other stuff. But with the newer ones, the graphics are so good you can't not be following the story. I don't think
You see, to me, it's
they're so cinematic. The new ones.
to me it's different. It's very very different. Like to me, if you've got a good story, it works on pen and paper, on a sheet in front of me,
This is starting to become annoying.
Right.
and that tells you that it's a good story.
With you incompetent idiots.
See, I'm halfway there.
I'll try this one more time. You are my most elite troops. I'm sending you down to the planet's surface to destroy those troublemakers. Now go! Oh, and if you have to destroy Gadgetron to get rid of them, so be